Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Ken, the Super Tech God. That's right, the gentleman with every variant in the game. And this is my first preview of the newest card coming out this week. And of course, that is AJAX. Now, of course, if you guys didn't know, AJAX is a 5/7 that has the ability ongoing to get +1 for every negative afflicted card on the field. Now, of course, a lot of people think about playing him in a toxic deck or a nihilist deck, which makes the most sense, or even high evo, which I believe a lot of people will be playing him in. But no one is trying to play him in other card lists like I'm trying to do. So what we've done today was we posted on Twitter a kind of a pre-cook of what I think would work best with AJAX. Now, those card lists are card lists that kind of afflict damage on our side, not our opponents. So this way we don't have to worry about them and, playing a Luke Cage on the last turn or anything of that madness, right? But of course, they can always just Viper over a Luke Cage, which will also cause issues. But let's not think like that. Let's focus on us getting negative afflictive energy on our side, buffing the wonderful AJAX, and of course figuring a way to win 2 out of the 3 lanes. Now, this card right here, of course, I know a lot of people are considering. Like I said, if you haven't already seen it, we have some awesome members in Power On Gaming, Doc D, Prashawn, and of course It's Guess Gaming that already have done their preview video on this card. I'll leave a link down below if you haven't seen it yet. They definitely break down the card, talk about synergies, etc. Here, we're basically going to preview the card, and then we're going to talk about the cooks that I put in. So let's go right over to the first cook that I actually put together, and that is the one starting with Hella Power. Now, yes, Hella is the card I think nobody's thinking about playing with this card. Everybody's thinking about ways, again, like I said, to negatively afflict their opponent's side. But nonetheless, we have cards here, starting with Blade. Okay, Blade is here, of course, because you're going to play a Hella deck. You're going to discard cards as much as you can. We're going to have Hope Summers to hopefully get that additional play. We have Corvus as well, same thing, get additional energy. Lady Sif to discard cards. Jubilee for a Hail Mary on the last turn. If you didn't get Hella, play Jubilee, hopefully you pull Hella. Super Giant is the tricky card here. We'll talk about that in a second. Black Cat will, of course, discard herself. AJAX is the main star of the show. MODOK to wipe out your hand. Hella to bring back your cards. Infinite, why not? That's my favorite card in the game. And Death to take that Lady Sif hit if Hella is in your hand. Now, when I posted this card list or one similar, people were like, hey, Hella, why would this card help AJAX? Well, what everybody forgot is Hella got nerfed a few weeks ago. And that nerf basically says now Hella brings back every card that you discarded, but with a -2 power. So they get afflicted with -2 power when they return from the grave, and that will help AJAX, of course, in this scenario. So, for example, if AJAX is down on 5 and you play Hella on 6 and Hella brings back those cards, AJAX will now start to buff up. So your opponent cannot really stop you or Shang-Chi you in that instance, especially if you don't have priority, because you're bringing back those cards. AJAX will be his 5/7, and all of a sudden he will start to gain that power. Now, because he's ongoing, unlike Gilgamesh, which I wish he would have been more like because of the ongoing aspect, unlike Gilgamesh, because Gilgamesh is on reveal, his power can go up and down because he's ongoing. So I figure in a Hella deck will be the best for him. Now, for example, let's get some plays out. Turn 1, nothing. Turn 2, you can skip, unless again something's on the right lane like Infinite or Death or even AJAX, and you can discard it with Blade. Turn 3, you want to hope for Corvus. Now, Corvus can go and discard some cards or Hope Summers, either one of those on turn 3. Turn 4, you want to play Super Giant on Hope Summers or Super Giant after Corvus. Turn 5, you want to hope you have Hella in your hand and play Hella on after Super Giant. So now Hella will be protected. Turn 6, you play MODOK to obliterate your hand. And of course, at the end of the game, Super Giant will resolve, Hella will flip over, bring back all the cards, and there you go. Now, of course, because Hella is RNG based. You can't really tell which lanes those cards are going to go. Nonetheless, with these cards in hand, the Infinite Death, Black Cat, Ajax, Jubilee, Supergiant, play all these cards. If you definitely MODOK the majority of them, you should be able to win 2 out of the 3 lanes, and that should win you the game. So that is the card list we're going to go with. The one I posted earlier had Doom in it, so you guys can definitely think about putting a Doom over Black Cat, because at least Doom will then spread that power. It also had Sandman, so that you can use Sandman to kind of slow down your opponents and then play Doom on the last turn or Hell on the last turn. So that other card list definitely have other ways of winning. You guys can go check it out. It's in my X. I'll leave a link down below so you can check it out. But I did want you guys to see the other card list we cooked up, which now is Ajax Forever. Now, in this instant here, your main goal is going to try to get Hazmat out probably on turn 5 or turn 6. You're going to play Ajax to get Ajax as buffed as possible. Then use Taskmaster to copy that Ajax at its highest ongoing power. What that means is, because in case they play Luke Cage, or they send Luke Cage on our side, or they try to rogue or turn off Ajax, at least you have a lane with that powerful Taskmaster. And in most cases with this card list, we kind of play like the Sage card list that I built, where we kind of try to get Ravonna on 2, Magic on 3, whatever you want on 4, Sarah on Ravonna on 5, Onslaught on Sarah and Ravonna on 6. So you'll have like a 1-cost Iron Man, or 2-cost Iron Man, 2-cost Taskmaster, 1-cost Ajax, or 2-cost Ajax, you know, etc. You'll have cards that you can play on that final 7 turn that you can play in multiple places because of the Sarah Ravonna Onslaught lane. And in that case, you can then try your best to buff up Ajax, hence why Ajax Forever, because if you're able to get Ajax at a high ongoing and then drop it on the Onslaught or a Mystique that copied the Onslaught, your Ajax will be nice and chunky. Then of course you can Taskmaster that, and now you have 2 lanes with these cards. And then on the final lane, you could drop Iron Man with that Onslaught, Ravonna, and Sarah. So there's a lot of cool things we could do here, and we're going to do it. We have Echo in here to kind of try and snipe their Luke Cage or their type of card that they're trying to use, whether it be Super Scroll, etc. But like I said, cannot wait to try this out tomorrow. Ajax is a card that I think, depending on your playstyle, depending if you are looking to play ongoing cards, whether it be with Tribunal, whether it be with Hela, I would say you go ahead and get this card. This card is not by any means a card that you must have. I really don't believe so. This is not an Erisham card. This is not a copycat card. This is not Cassandra card. This is one of those cards that it's new. It's the new shiny thing. And if you're a content creator like myself, or you love Marvel Snap to the max, you're going to get this card. So to end it all off, I believe we will give our rating on the podcast, which we already did. If you haven't already, check out the Marvel Snapcast podcast. I'll leave a link to the episode below, what kind of ratings we gave it. We normally rate things from the bottom, which is plastic. Then we have, of course, silver, gold, platinum, and diamond. I think we rated this card more in the plastic to silver range, but with Hela, I think it will probably be in the gold range. I think that's where it will probably stay. Of course, Marvel Snap Second Dinner, they already buffed the card. They already made it a 5/7 from a 5/5. And that 5/7 is a good stat, because again, if you get 3 cards afflicted with negative power, he becomes a 5/10. Drop him on an Onslaught, he's a 5/20. So at the end of the day, like I said, depending on your play style, you will want to get this card. But again, I don't normally do these types of videos. If you want a 100% total breakdown, check out Doc D's video down below. Check out Prashan's video down below. And of course, check out It's Guest Gaming video down below. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out. Totally appreciate it. If you like the content, you enjoy what you heard, and you find it educational, you want to share with yourself or your other Snap family and friends, do me a huge favor. Definitely help me out. Smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Turn that bell to be notified. We have videos like these and others every time I upload one. and I will hope to see you in the next video, which will be our wonderful AJAX review. All right, guys, thanks again. Enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Are you the Hip Squad?
No.
Captain Marvel jumping to the left.
Are you guys ready?
You guys are fancy.
Yes!
Oh my!
That's 3 strikes already. Team Yellow wins Snapperty.
He has gone undefeated in the ring.
Taking us back home with me, ladies and gentlemen.
That created a very interesting meta.
It's going to be epic. We got some awesome competitors here. +1. Misty Knight going to the right.
Gets him over the top. And Rocco Sacco wins it in an amazing final game.
Rocco Sacco is your SnapCon 2023 champion.